Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Monday, December 7th, 2015, around 8:16 in the evening, Billerica, Massachusetts. The sun went down. It's going to be a cold night. Tomorrow, going to be mixing sun and clouds, only about 43, but beginning Wednesday, back in the 50s, and the long-range forecast, more warmth in the Boston area. They say next Monday's high could be 64, but that's just the beginning. They say next Thursday or Friday, the Boston area could be flooding with 70 degrees. Wow, it looks like a green Christmas for New England because there's no significant snowstorms or nor'easters or serious cold in states. It's locked up in the Arctic for right now, but sooner or later it's gonna bomb us. It's gonna blow us in. Maybe it could be February or March. Some news to report. The Carolina Hurricanes have denied a report that the team is going to move to Quebec City. The team has a lease on the arena in Raleigh into the year 2024, and they say they're going to honor it. They should move back to Hartford, Connecticut, and become the Hartford Whalers again. Nike has announced they signed LeBron James to a lifetime contract to endorse sneakers, and they say this is the biggest contract they've ever given a sports star, which probably is well over hundreds of millions of dollars. LeBron's grandchildren and great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren and great-great-great-grandchildren are set for life. And also, sad news to report in the world of actor Martin E. Brooks, known as Rudy on the $6 Million Man, passed away at the age of 90, so prayers to his families. The WWE Network has announced they're removing the Stampede Wrestling shows from their library due to some rights issues and stuff like that. That's a shame. I just hope Stampede Wrestling doesn't end up on a digital network like MeTV or Antenna TV or Decades or Buzzer, which that won't happen, but crazy things have happened. But the chance of that happening are the chances of Julie Broughton becoming WWE champion. And Kanye West and Kim Kardashian named the new baby boy. They named it Saint West. Saint West, that's a good name for a baby. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. My third and final video blog subject of the night is my personality profile. Tonight's personality profile is about the late great baseball Hall of Famer Lou Gehrig, first baseman, who played his entire 17-year career in the big leagues with the New York Yankees. Lou Gehrig was one of the greatest first basemen of all time, but he passed away early in life when he was stricken by a rare muscle disease, which bears his name, Lou Gehrig's disease. Lou Gehrig was born and he grew up in New York City. His real name is Henry Louis Gehrig, otherwise known as Ludwig Henrik Gehrig. He's a first generation German American. His parents were born in Germany, and he was a very big baby at birth. He weighed 14 pounds. That's amazing. And he played high school baseball, and he enrolled in Columbia University, which is an Ivy League school. He played football and baseball at Columbia, and he got the attention of the New York Yankees. The Yankees signed him in 1923. He bounced around the first 2 years between the minors and the Yankees, but he made the big leagues for good in 1925, and when he did, he replaced Wally Pipp, the first baseman, for the Yankees at the time, and he went on to play in 2,130 straight games. That's amazing. And Lou had many great stats, including 13 times having 20 or more home runs in a season. 12 times he batted 300 in a season. 13 times he had 100 RBI seasons. 7 times he had 200 hit seasons. 13 times he scored 100 or more runs in a season. 7 times he had 40 doubles in a season. 9 times he had 10 triples in a season. 7 times he played in the All-Star game. 2 times he was AL MVP. And he played in many World Series games and stuff like that. He was teammates with Lou Gehrig. He was part of Murderers Row in 1927 with Ruth and Tony Lazario and so many others. He was an all-around great guy, Lou Gehrig and stuff. He even played with Joe DiMaggio. He played every single game for 14 straight years until early in 1939. He wasn't feeling great, and he went to go to see doctors at the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota, and they diagnosed Lou with ALS, which was a muscle disease that attacks it, making it very hard for you to take care of yourself. People who have that disease eventually end up in a wheelchair and eventually pass away because there's known cure of Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS, well known as Lou Gehrig's disease yet. And when Lou Gehrig needed to retire from Major League Baseball, and on July 4th, 1939, Lou Gehrig, they had Lou Gehrig Day at Yankee Stadium, and the New York Yankees retired Lou Gehrig's number 4. He was the first Major League Baseball player ever to have his number retired. And he has said an amazing speech. One of the quotes says, "Today I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth." And Lou Gehrig was voted into the Hall of Fame immediately afterwards in a special election. He's probably one of the first players ever to have a special election to be immediately voted into the Hall of Fame. Lou Gehrig's condition deteriorated, and in 1941, Lou Gehrig passed away at the age of 37. He was nicknamed the Iron Horse because he's played so many games, and his consecutive game streak record of 2,130 was broken by Cal Ripken Jr. of the Baltimore Orioles in 1995. And Lou Gehrig's career stats were .340 average, 493 home runs, 1,995 hits, and he had 2,722 hits. 493 home runs when he retired was only second to Babe Ruth on the all-time home run list. He's now tied with Fred McGriff, the Crime Dog, for 28th place of all time in home runs and stuff. And Lou Gehrig won the 1934 Triple Crown and stuff. And they are trying to find a cure for ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease. Hopefully one of these days they could find a cure for it on humans. They've been testing it for years on animals for cures for ALS and also known as Lou Gehrig's disease on animals. And they said there's been some great the animals who have that disease, and they tested it on them, and they said that the results have been really amazing. Now they have to get the funding for it, and it has to be approved for it to have some test cases on humans and stuff for people who have Lou Gehrig's disease. I'm praying one of these days they have a cure for Lou Gehrig's disease. I think all diseases, especially cancer, they need to have a cure for it 100%. to wipe out all diseases and cancer. One of these days, they will have a cure for it. That's what I think is going to happen. Hopefully soon. And that's about it on these video blogs. I'll be back tomorrow, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter for 3 more video blogs. First video blog will be about the top 10 sports stars ever to win number 33. Second video blog will be about the old radio show sports final in the 1980s and 1990s that was a syndicated thing from Star Communications in Boston. Tell you about the story about that. It's not about the sports final on WBZ TV4 in Boston. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about the late great professional wrestling manager Gary Hart. Keep calm, everybody. And I'm a Julie Brennan guy. Molly Rosenblatt, a Fox 35 rocks and has nice legs. Barbara Gibbs is so stunning, and she has a cute southern accent. Julie Donaldson of Comcast Sportsnet Mid-Atlantic's the best, and she has nice legs as well. And Elizabeth Hart, so stunning. And in the words of Bob Redding, former executive director of the Boys and Girls Club of Great Bell Rica, go find something to do. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.